Bhivsen is one of the prime gods of the Kolam and the Rajgons, the major tribes in Maharashtra. Kolam is one of the primitive tribes, whereas Rajgons are a sub-tribe of the Gond. Both the tribes reside in the tribal belt of Yavatmal and Nanded districts. Kolams consider Bhivsen as the prime god. They have given Bhivsen intimate names such as Bhima, Bhamya, and Bhimsen. Bhima Ayak is the Bhivsen god of Rajgons. Ayak in Kolami dialect means god. Gonds, at some places, believe him to be Badadev. Bhimsen and Bhivsen are one and the same god. Bhivsen, a wooden idol decorated by peacock feathers, is invariably found in each Kolam and Rajgond hamlet. This is called Fularia Bhivsen. The god is not placed in a conventional temple, but under a roof supported by a central wooden pillar, which is exquisitely carved to decorate the god. Red lead and oil are used in the worship of the god, and the god is dressed up in new clothes. Bhivsen is worshipped in many forms and is included in house gods and also worshipped as a village god. The Shendra Bhivsen is worshipped as just a mark of red lead on a coconut skull. Gonds worship Bhivsen in the form of a stick and shield. The wooden Bhivsen is called Telomadia. It is anointed with oil in worship. Sometimes Bhimsen is worshipped by applying red lead to a stone. Usually, Bhima Ayak or Bhisan is placed at the west of the village. Gonds have separate huts for Bhivsen and Ayak, but generally the god is placed under a tree. The Gonds select any tree like Moha, Palas or Pangra to place the god, but the Moha tree is preferred for various reasons. In local dialect, the Bhivsen worship ceremony is called Baikaki and is performed at the beginning of the rains by offering selected seeds to get blessings. It is a social festival, and whether one possesses land or not, one has to surrender to God before sowing to beg for a good harvest. Wednesday is the day of Bhivsen. Hence, a ceremony is organized preferably on Wednesday or on Sunday. In the same period, they celebrate another important ceremony of village purification called Gav Bandhani, sometimes in the same week or after a few days. It is a village festival and everybody has to contribute. The Rajgons carry their god in a procession, but the Kolam erect a pandal of branches and leaves. The procession is accompanied by tambourine, drum beats, and various flutes. Baskets of seeds are carried in front of the procession of Baikaki. A sacrificial animal or bird is brought before the god, who is requested to accept the sacrifice. This is called Zharti. God consents and the sacrifice is made. A common feast is arranged. Zawar Kanya, a liquid preparation of jawar, millet, and bread which were collected earlier, is served. Did you know that in the olden days, a bull was sacrificed in this ceremony? The Bhagat's body is inspired by the spirit of God. Devotees put forth their problems. Mainly, questions about the ensuing harvest and good rains are asked to God in the body of the priest. The Bhagat predicts the rain possibilities and solutions to private problems and difficulties too. Basically, any tribal culture is full of superstitions. There are so many beliefs prevalent about the Bhimyak god in both the communities. It is said that Bhivsen is an incarnation of Bisan, the Lord Vishnu. It is also believed that he is the son of the demon king Ravan. It is believed that his blessings keep away the effects of black magic and witchcraft, and that ghosts do not dare trouble his devotees. Therefore, New vows are made and old ones are fulfilled by sacrificing cocks and goats. Those who desire a child take a vow before this god. Tribals are not satisfied with worship unless the spirit of God enters the body of a devotee. This is extremely important to them. The Bhagat or the priest may get inspired, but the other tribals present also do get inspired, and under such conditions, strong movements and dancing are unavoidable. At these occasions, many personal difficulties are put forth. Thus is the Kolam Bhivsen worship ceremony completed. Now, let us look at the Rajgond Bhivsen ceremony. They lift the god from the shrine and move him in procession, carrying him on their shoulders while dancing. Generally, the Bhagat carries the idol on his shoulders. The procession is for a ceremonial bathing of the god. During the procession, Bhivsen visits other gods and greets them. Throughout the procession, the idol is carried on dancing shoulders. It is a tradition to carry the god over a long distance for the bathing. Therefore, Bhivsen automatically visits other village gods. Cocks and goats are sacrificed at various places. The entire night is celebrated singing and dancing to the accompaniment of musical instruments. The women worship the goddess Ayya, while the men are worshipping Bhima. A mandap is erected in front of the temple of the goddess Ayya, which is at the center of the village. A fowl is offered to her in sacrifice. Kanya, a liquid preparation of jawar, placed on a leaf plate, is offered to the god before the common feast. 5 boys are invited to partake of the prasad before the god. In the evening, leaf cups are filled in with various types of grains called mukta. It is pili, a measure. 5 boys should continue eating till the grain is measured. The measuring is symbolic and includes tur, wheat, rice, etc. While exchanging the measured grain, the symbolism is indicated through the question, "What are you filling up?" And the answer is, "A grain seller." It is carried out with faith till the entire grain is measured up in the leaf cups. Thus is the Bhivsen worship ceremony observed, with profound faith, to have a good harvest, not for scarcity, but for prosperity. And thus they pray for God's blessings.